Let us meet 9-year-old Ashwin. He was born at 28 weeks of gestation after years of infertility treatment. But after battling sepsis and apnea in the NICU, he was a survivor. The joy of taking him home from the NICU was short-lived, as a few weeks later the parents realized that their precious newborn had a white reflex in both eyes and could not see. He had stage 5 retinopathy of prematurity with closed funnel retinal detachment in both eyes. His world since then has been full of darkness. Retinopathy of prematurity, or ROP, is a vision-threatening blinding disease of premature neonates. It affects 3 lakh infants per year worldwide. Although ROP accounts only for a small percentage of childhood blindness, the burden is huge in terms of man-years of blindness and the resultant socio-economic implications.
അത്ഭുതങ്ങളും അടയാളങ്ങളും ചെയ്യുകയുണ്ടായി.
Let us take a look at how ROP occurs. Normal vascularization of the retina starts at the optic disc at 16 weeks. It proceeds towards the temporal and nasal periphery, reaching the temporal aura by around 40 weeks of gestation. However, when the baby is born premature and exposed to hyperoxia, there is vasoconstriction and endothelial cell destruction. With normal room conditions, there is upregulation of VEGF, triggering abnormal and uncontrolled neovascularization. Not all premature babies develop ROP. The most important risk factors are lower birth weight and earlier gestational age. Another important risk factor is the sickness score of the baby. Sepsis, multiple blood transfusions, respiratory distress syndrome, apnea. The sicker the baby, the more the chance of developing ROP. To ensure accuracy and reproducibility, ROP specialists all over the world follow the international classification of ROP. In this, the retina is divided into 3 zones. Zone 1 is a circle of radius twice the distance between the disc and the fovea. Zone 2 is a circle drawn bordering on the nasal aura. The area of the retina temporal to this is Zone 3. The severity of the disease is recorded as stages. Initially, a line appears at the junction of vascular and avascular retina. This is stage 1. In stage 2, the line thickens to form a demarcation ridge. In stage 3, there is neovascularization on top of this ridge called extraretinal neovascularization. Stage 4 involves subtotal retinal detachment, and stage 5 is total retinal detachment. Another term that is important is plus disease, which is a term that denotes engorged dilated posterior pole vessels, poor pupillary dilatation, and vitreous haze. Rush disease, or aggressive posterior ROP, is Zone 1 disease that is rapidly progressive and requires aggressive management. Screening for ROP should ideally be done in the neonatal ICU. Babies with birth weight less than 1,500 grams, gestational age less than 32 weeks, and exposed to oxygen for more than 30 days have to be screened. Screening is done at 4 weeks after birth or at 32 weeks post-conceptual age, whichever is earlier. No baby is born with ROP, so they do not require to be examined at birth. In the Indian context, 2,000 grams and 35 weeks gestational age has been recommended. The baby should be 1 hour post-feed, pupil dilated with tropicamide 1% and phenylephrine 2.5%, instilled 3 times at 15 minutes intervals. The baby is swaddled well, anesthetized with proparacaine drops, a wire speculum is inserted, and the retina examined with an indirect ophthalmoscope and 28 diopter lens. the findings are recorded in terms of zone, stage, and clock hours. Date of subsequent follow-up depends on the stage and zone of involvement. The early treatment retinopathy of prematurity study guidelines are followed for treatment. Early treatment is recommended for type 1 ROP, that is zone 1 with plus any stage, zone 1 stage 3 without plus, and zone 2 stage 2 or 3 with plus disease. The laser indirect ophthalmoscope is increasingly the treatment of choice. The treatment is done with constant monitoring in the neonatal ICU, and the entire avascular retina is ablated with confluent gray-white burns. The treatment is usually completed in one sitting and the baby followed up after 1 week to look for regression of plus disease and flattening of the ridge. Bevacizumab or Avastin is also being used to treat aggressive resistant forms of ROP. Stage 4 and Stage 5 ROP require surgical treatment, scleral buckling to support the vitreous base and relieve traction in stage 4, and vitrectomy for stage 5. However, the results are unpredictable and functional outcome poor even in the best of hands. The commonest long-term sequelae of ROP is myopia, corneal band-shaped keratopathy, glaucoma, strabismus, amblyopia, and late disc drag can also occur in the long term, and these babies require to be followed up for life. The paucity of trained retinal surgeons to tackle the increasing burden of ROP is one of the challenges developing countries face. Teleophthalmology can play a vital part in bridging this gap. Training of NICU personnel and general ophthalmologists, increasing awareness among neonatologists and the general public are all strategies to be developed against this blinding disease. In the meantime, as infertility centers increase, as neonatal survival rates increase, as multiple pregnancies increase, it is our moral responsibility towards the society and the country to ensure that children like Ashwin are not robbed of their childhood, that each of these premature babies not only lives but lives and sees the glorious wonders of our universe.